January, I read a grand total of 27 manga volumes, some English, some Japanese. And in this video, I wanted to rank everything that I read from least favorite to favorite. And it's really hard for me to put things in order. Normally, I like to just group things with, I didn't like all of these and I really loved all of these, but I'm going to try and put them all into order. Disclaimer, just because I put something at the bottom of my list or at my this was my least favorite read of the month, doesn't mean I think it's a bad series. I think every series has good and bad in it, and every series is meant for somebody. Just not every series is meant for me. So I'll never say this is like an objectively bad book because I don't think any of them are objectively bad. Every book is somebody's favorite. I would be very sad if somebody said my favorite book was the worst book. So I'm just talking in terms of my preferences. Typically, I like a good fantasy, romance, or horror story, and I'm a little bit particular about what I like. So don't be upset if your favorite is near the bottom of my list. That just means it wasn't for me. So let's get to looking at everything that I read. At the bottom of my list, we have Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. This is a shonen romance series, and shonen romances can be very hit or miss for me. Unfortunately, this was a hit. This is very much shonen romance. There's no question about it, and I think that's why I didn't like it all that much. But nothing wrong with it again, just this one wasn't for me. Next up, we have this one, which I think is a josei romance, called Wolf's Daughter, A Werewolf's Tale. This one, I didn't enjoy it all that much because it didn't go in the direction that I thought it would. Personally, I think this one would have done a much better job if it chose to go the coming of age route where she discovers who she is without romance. I think the romance and all the talk about vineyards and wine, we didn't need that, I don't think. So I do think this one had a lot of potential and it just kind of fell flat for me. Next, we have Ima Koi, Now I'm in Love. This one is a shoujo high school romance. This one, it reminded me so much of Futari de Koyo Suru Ryu, and I liked Futari de a lot more than this one. And I just couldn't help making comparisons as I was reading them. As well, this one felt just a little bit more, I don't know if straightforward is the word. Futari de is much more deep in my in my in my head. I find it to be a lot more deep. This one feels a little bit shallow. Nothing wrong with a shallow romance, but I wanted a little bit more. If you want to read something that's just a cute, straightforward romance, you might like this one a lot. Next is volume 3 of And Yet You Are So Sweet. Too much miscommunication. This one is a shoujo high school romance as well. Bad communication. So much miscommunication. It frustrated me so much. Next is volume 3 of Eigyobu no Takasugi-san wa Shinzo ni warui. This one, it's not even a lack of communication. It's two office workers begin kind of having like a romantic relationship, but he wants to hide it from their coworkers so there's no scandals or everything. And he takes it way too far. I feel bad for the poor girl because she starts to doubt herself. And I don't like reading a romance where the female lead doubts herself. I want her to feel confident and loved, and she clearly doesn't feel like that in this volume, and I felt for her. Next one is Kimi to Barairo no Hibi Volume 2. Unfortunately, I liked Volume 1 so much more than Volume 2. Nothing wrong with Volume 2, just it didn't have the same magic, I'll say, as Volume 1 did. This one is again a shoujo high school romance. I read a lot of those. And yeah, I did like the introduction of like the cousins. I thought that was kind of interesting. Just I want a little bit more progress from our main couple, and then I think I'll be able to enjoy it more. I might have to do a reread of it because volume 1 came out a year ago. There was a year the author had to take a break. So maybe if I do a big reread, I'll like it a little bit more, but we'll have to see. Next one is The Boy I Loved Became the Jaded Emperor. This one is a fantasy romance reincarnation series. I think it's shoujo. I like the premise a whole lot, but I really don't like how the female lead talks. I can't get over it. If I could get over it, I would have liked it a lot more. I do like the fact that the emperor is jaded, but he still has a soft spot for her even when she becomes reincarnated. It's clear. So I do think it's cute. It has a whole lot of potential. I will be continuing this one. Just I cannot get over her how she talks. I'm sorry. Next one is Yonoitsu Kihiko's Happy Hell. This one was fun. This one is an office romance. I think this one's josei. I'll look everything up after. Office romance series between two incredibly toxic, dysfunctional people. Honestly, they deserve either to be single forever or to be together forever. I I cannot see them, or at least I hope I couldn't see them with another partner because they would drive them up the wall. So this one is fun, but it is frustrating. Next one is volume 2 of Kakurio, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. This one, I think it's romance fantasy. Personally, I think it does a lot better with just fantasy sans romance. The reason this one is lower on the list is because our female lead Aoi is much too forgiving. She's far too kind. I find it to be a little bit frustrating. I want her to understand that you don't have to forgive people who literally just tried to end you. It's okay to hold a little bit of a grudge. Maybe it'll save her life one day. So I did find parts of it to be a little bit frustrating. I say frustrating a lot, but I found parts of it to be frustrating. But other parts I found to be very sweet. This is very much a feel good series, and I like that. Right after is volume 3 of Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. This one is again fantasy romance, but again, is there romance? Is there no romance? I don't know. Heavier on the fantasy. And again, the female lead, far too kind. In volume 3, literally just about everybody who enters the story seems to hate our female lead. And they try and like steal her money, steal her fairies, trick her. And she just kind of forgives and forgets the whole time. I found that to be frustrating. Again, learn to carry a grudge. It might help you one day. I could never be the female lead of a shoujo romance. I hold grudges. I'm too angry. Next one is volume 4. So we have a big bump for And Yet You Are So Sweet. The reason, more communication. It's all I needed. This is again a shoujo high school romance series. As long as they're talking, that's all I need. So they understand each other a lot more in this one. He tells her what he wants from her, and she does that. It was very nice to see. It was some much needed progression with the two of them. Next one is volume 4 of The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl. This is, I think, josei fantasy romance, office romance series between the descendant of an ice spirit and a very cool girl. This one is very, very, very slow. Really not much of a plot. It's just a really nice thing to read if you're not looking to read anything all that like convoluted or you don't want to think all that much. This is a nice series where you can just kind of turn your brain off and enjoy the romance because it's just does that sound mean about the book? I really like that. I really like the fact that it is a very straightforward fantasy romance. It's fun. If that sounded mean, I didn't mean for it to sound mean. I like that. Like you don't have to think all that much. You just enjoy. I like that. Next one is volume 3 of Lullaby of the Dawn. This is a BL fantasy romance series. I like a good romantasy. This one I did enjoy. I am enjoying it overall. It's not my favorite BL. It's not my favorite fantasy romance either, but it is very interesting. We do get a plot twist in this volume. I didn't love the plot twist, but I'm still curious to see where it goes. I don't want to drop it, but I'm going to be continuing this one through the library. Next one is volume 2 of The Two Perfect Saint. I really do like this story, but the reason that I have this higher is because I'm curious about the sister's story. Saint Philia, our female lead, her story feels done. So like I might end up hating it if in volume 3 it still focuses on her because I don't really care to watch where she goes all that much anymore. I care about her sister and the revenge. I have high hopes for the revenge. I feel like this was very well set up for the revenge to take place, and I'm excited to continue it. Next is I'll Become a Villainess Who Goes Down in History, Volume 2. This one, I just think it's really funny. I like how the villainess continuously refers to herself as a baddie, and it's dumb, but it's funny. This, again, is romance fantasy shoujo. It's my favorite, apparently, and it's just fun. We have our female lead who all she wants to do is be a villainess. She wants to be a baddie and kind of torment, not even torment, but she wants to get the female lead to think critically for once in her life. And it's interesting. There's enough of a plot that it keeps the story interesting. There is hints of romance here and there that I don't like, but it's only hints and I can forgive it. Moving on. We have volume 3 of Beastars. I'm really enjoying Beastars quite a bit more than I thought I would. Volume 3, this is a technically fantasy romance seinen series. So same genre, but totally different vibes, especially with it being a seinen series about a high school full of humanistic animals. I don't know what the right term is, but humanistic animals and going about their daily lives. In this volume, we see the animal kids venturing off into the human world for the first time or the adult world, sorry, for the first time. And it's really interesting. We get to see everybody in a new light. I'm curious to see where the story will go from here. Here is Minato's Laundromat Volume 1. This is I think it's Shoujo BL when I checked. Shoujo BL, like kind of slice of life. There is a huge age gap. One's 30, one is in grade 11, and it talks about the boy's relationship with the older of the two drawing a firm line in the sand about, I'm an adult, you're a minor, while you may have feelings for me, that's inappropriate. Like he is very firm on his boundaries, and he spends the volume trying to not belittle the 11th grader for his feelings, because his feelings are real, but also upholding the fact that the age gap is not okay. They cannot do anything about his feelings, but I'll be there for you as like somebody you can talk to, because maybe you don't have anybody you can talk to about your feelings. I really liked their relationship. I thought it was sweet, and I did think they treated the age gap very well for an age gap story. Typically, I cannot stand age gap romances because I think they're treated poorly, but that one I did like. Next one, Volume 1 of You and I Are Polar Opposites. This is such a good series. This is a shonen high school romance series. This is my favorite shonen romance. It is very good. It is very funny. This is, I think, my favorite like rom-com series. I typically do not like comedy in my manga at all. This one, I find the comedy really hits, which is why I really, really like it. About a couple they're polar opposites. It's in the title. And they're really, really cute together. This one talks a lot about not judging a book by its cover or somebody by their looks. And I really like it. It's very sweet. Next is Volume 2 of Fruits Basket. Obviously, this one's high up on my list. I cannot wait to read Volume 4. This is 3, yeah. Cannot wait to read Volume 4. It's so good. I feel like I don't have to do a recap. I feel like most people know what Fruits Basket is. This is where season 1 of the anime ends. This is where I stopped watching the anime. So from Volume 4 on, everything is new territory for me, and I cannot wait. Another classic, we have Volume 2 of Kami-sama Kiss. I liked this one just a little bit more of Fruits Basket. This one I have seen all of the anime for, so I do know where the story will go, but I haven't watched the anime in so long, so it's kind of like vague in my head. I kind of know what's going to happen, but I don't remember the finite details. So I'm really excited. My favorite character comes in the next volume. Cannot wait. Next one is 婚約者は出来合いのふり Volume 3. This one talks about the pretend, maybe not so much pretend, maybe they've grown feelings for each other, romance between the daughter of a merchant, kind of aristocratic family, and the son of a ridiculously wealthy family. They have to go into a fake konyak means engagement. They have to go into a fake engagement to kind of fool everybody. It's very complicated, but it is such a good story. And I really, really like it's not even enemies to lovers, but it's like pretend lovers to lovers. I love it so much. And slowly but surely their relationship is moving in the direction of like maybe they actually like each other. It's really good. It's very well written. It talks a lot about politics and stuff in an engaging way. Because normally I would find a politics heavy story to be boring, but that's not boring. It's very good. Next one is Miyoko ga Suhodo no Ayoshire, Volume 2. I finished this one and I bought Volume 3 right away because it's so good. This is a shoujo romance, but it is a high school romance, no fantasy. This one talks about the love triangle between a girl and 2 older than her. No, no. A girl and 2 brothers. One of them is her age, one of them is a little bit older. And it's a very, very complicated triangle. It's a very toxic triangle, and it's just so good. I love a good toxic romance. This one is toxic, but it's not the most toxic. Like, the boys have their reasons for doing what they do. I kind of respect them. It's very good. In this volume, the triangle is very much a triangle, and it's really good. Okay, moving on to my top 5. Number 5 of my top 5, we have Love Bullet. This is a GL romance series about after young people pass on before being able to experience love for themselves, they are reborn as Cupids. And as Cupids, their job is to make like couples that actually belong together. So they have to look at a potential person they want to make fall in love and see all of the potential people they could make them fall in love with. And they have to accurately guess who they would be good with. They can't just put 2 people together willy-nilly just for the fun of it. So that's what this is about. You can see it's called Love Bullet, and she's holding that. Instead of a bow and arrow, they use these. And it's a fun series. It's an action series, but there is a lot of big feelings, lots of big emotions. It's really fun. I really liked it. If like I'm not huge on action series usually, but I still really liked this. Next one is volume 4 of Spring Storm and Monster. This is a shoujo high school romance. Very, very, very toxic. So toxic, but it's so good. This one talks about a girl and her new kind of stepbrother, but not really stepbrother. They just kind of live in the same house. It's really confusing. And he quickly becomes obsessed with her to the point that he doesn't want her leaving the house, basically. And it's so toxic and it's so good and it's so crazy. And I really like it. Next one is volume 1 of Blue Period. This is a seinen series about high school. Maybe it's a drama. I don't really know the specific genre. I would say maybe like a slice of life high school drama kind of series. This series follows a boy named Yatora. Oh, I'd been calling him Yatori. Yatora. As he tries to discover his passion in life. As a high school student, he's been good at basically everything he's done his whole life, but he's been bored of it. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean you like it. And then he discovers art. And instantly, he's not good at it really, but he's so drawn to it that he decides to pursue art as a passion, and it's really good. This series is all about pursuing your interests, even if like it's not the most optimal route to go through. Because if you love something, might as well try and do it. Next one, volume 3 of Gin no Mugi Batake, or The Silver Wheat Field. I've been talking about this one so much lately because I'm so sad I ended it. I hate ending a series that I like, and I really liked this one. This is a shoujo fantasy series about witches, no romance. This one follows our female lead here, Mei, as she begins her journey turning into a silver witch. And along her journey, she meets other silver witches and golden witches. She solves people's problems, and she has to save her friend. And I don't want to talk about it too much because I will yap forever, but this is such a good series. And it's so beautiful. Look at the cover. It's beautiful. And my last one, my number 1, can you guess what it is? Colette, volume 16. It's my favorite series. If I read a volume, it'll be my top volume for the month, guaranteed. Colette is a shoujo fantasy romance series about an apothecary and Lord Hades. Not just that, though. Like, I don't want to box it in as saying it's just a romance or romantasy series, because it is a lot more than that. This series overall talks about the importance of like working hard, even if you like don't succeed. As long as you work hard, something good will come of it. Talks about found family and that you can kind of choose your family. And as long as you maintain and continue working on your relationships, that's your family. And like you'll be there for each other. And it's really nice. In this volume, we follow Colette, Dinos, and Hermes as they're continuing their travels in the human world. And we also see some Hades and Colette together. So much happens in this volume. It was funny. It was depressing. It was like romantic. Everything happened in this volume, and it was a really, really good volume. The sad part catches you so off guard. Caught me so off guard, but it was a really good volume. Sadly, this is my most damaged out of all of my Colette volumes. It's like sun damaged because the blue here, that's meant to be green, but that's okay. That just means it was well loved. And that is all of the manga that I read in order from least favorite to favorite. Have you read any of these? Let me know.